It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And the focus is on Jacoby Myers. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Steelers and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good one on tap in the AFC North, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first of two here on Christmas Eve. The Bengals and Steelers underway on this Saturday. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the 8th-year passer, 2-time Pro Bowler from Mississippi State, Dak Prescott.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 21.
Prescott, he's going to change things up here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Throwing, Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
It's second down and 10.
Now it's Jackson. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive because normally you're sitting on the wide.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
And now an audible here into something else.
Second down, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, 1st down. Here's Jackson. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 4 catches, 59 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Now it's Jackson.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. Here's Prescott.
It's Myers again with another catch.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Jacobs. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Hall not going to bring this one out. The Bengals getting set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Jackson. That's to the sideline and incomplete. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. They juked him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on first down. He'll take this to the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Steelers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Prescott. That's caught by Myers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's Jacobs. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. This is 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Prescott. This one into the hands of the rookie Luke Musgrave. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Prescott on first down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Jackson.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson.
And he'll get it right back to Washington. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range all the way down to the 15 here.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Boye Mafe.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach half.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Taking it about the 1.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
And quickly, they get to the line. Prescott on play action.
Open man is Musgrave, the tight end.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. Play action now. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
On second down, Jacobs. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, we're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and a yard.
Jackson.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3, they got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Aleem McNeil able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Cincinnati.
Robinson is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Prescott now. Escaping the pressure right. Musgrave's got it out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw caught by Musgrave. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, 28 yards. And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Steelers' 48-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Jackson on 1st down. Thomas has got it. Complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun is Jackson. He finds Parker. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Bengals 1st down.
And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Robinson on the option.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Here's 2nd and 7. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Touchdown Bengals. Michael Thomas from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Dicker down attack on the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals 49-yard line.
Throwing here, Prescott.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down, Prescott. Got his man is caught for a Steelers touchdown. Escalade, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here for Hall, and this will come out to the 25. The Bengals set to take over. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And the Steelers pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Prescott here to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. That's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added to their totals.
An impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Elliott on for the extra point. This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And Hall not going to bring this one out.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Washington's got it. And he would take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Jackson to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So this would end the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Pittsburgh, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.